Hi guys. I'm gonna show you very quickly how to do graphs, population pyramid graphs on Google Sheets. I know in the previous one, I showed you how to crunch some numbers so that you can graph them on by hand onto this graph paper, which is what I actually just want you to do. But some of you are probably saying, well, we have all the data on the computer. Can we just graph it on the computer? And of course you can. I know this is Google Sheets, and the reason why I didn't really have you do this is totally optional, is because it's a very special type of graph, and you probably will never have to graph anything like this, outside of this class. So it's not a particularly skill that I think is all that necessary. So as long as you understand what the graphs represent and you know how to interpret, that's the main thing. But some of you are very keen on trying to, you know, graph these things on the computer. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick, because it's not as straightforward as graphing some of the others. You do have to do something slightly different, because you have these bars are going in one direction for the females, but going in the opposite direction for the males. And it's on its side, and it's also the values are kind of flipped upside down. So there's a few things you have to do. All right. So because females are going this way, so this is going in a positive direction, but the males are going the opposite direction. This is actually going in a negative direction. So in order to graph this, you actually have to convert the male values to a negative value so that it will graph the other way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a negative sign in front of the formula. And then I'm going to just copy and paste it down. Right, so now all these values are negative, and now I'm ready to graph. So I'm going to highlight the data. I am going to hit the charts, and right now it looks kind of funny because what it's actually doing is it's because it's graphing all these numbers, which is huge, right? We're talking about billions of people here, um, and compared to these values, which are pretty small. So these are graphed here, but they're so small they can't really see it. Well, we don't really need to be graphing these values, so let's get rid of it. We do need to get rid of it. So in the setup, these are what it has graphed. So we're gonna just click on the three dots and remove the M and remove the F. Okay, so now I just got rid of these values, these really big values, and all that's left are these percents, which are much smaller. And so the scale just adjusted accordingly. So now you got females on this side, you got males on this side. Now I wanted to flip it on its, so that the age go up and down. So instead of a column chart, I'm going to do a bar, right? But the bar, well, is actually what it's doing is it's graphing each one of these, separately. Um, and or at least right next to each other. So instead of doing that, if you do the stacked column chart, the stacked bar chart, it will actually um, stack the same cohort on the same line so that it looks better. Now the only thing is this is upside down, so you need to flip it. So then you're going to do that by going to customize, and you're going to do the vertical axis, because this is the vertical axis, and you're going to click on where it says reverse axis order, and there it is. And this is it, right? This is the population pyramid for the world. You do need to add titles, so that title of this is what is called it, world 2021. And then you have your vertical title. Vertical is this one. So this is your age group. And then your horizontal title is the percent of population. Okay, so now it's you got your axes, and you got your key here and your title, and this is pretty much it. Now, if you are comparing different countries, you might have to adjust the axis a little bit so that it's all the same. So if you are making a graph where it goes from 0 to 5%, you want all of them to go from 0 to 5%, and you want all these graphs to be more or less the same size so that you can actually compare them, right? I mean, if you graphing it on here, that's already set because the axis is already set. And the height of this and the size of the paper set, but because Sheets would just kind of adjust to whatever it's going to fit nicely on this page. If you wanted to make it look like this one, so this one, the maximum is 8. So see if I can make it so the maximum is 8. So I'm going to click on um, the axes here. Oops, there it goes. And then that's going to, let's see, I think the maximum. So let's see if it will be 8.0%. Is that going to work? No, that didn't work. So maybe it doesn't want 0.08. Okay. Um, okay, so I think I want it equally minus 0.008. Same. There it goes. Okay, so now it goes from 0 to 8% on both sides. Like so, yeah. So the minimum is on this side and maximum is on this side. So you want to make sure they're the same. And then yeah. So now if you do the same thing with when you graph the other ones, you should be able to. They'll all be in the same scale so that you can compare them. Okay, so that's how you do the population pyramid graphs on Google Sheets. Hope it was helpful. Bye.